We're always watching the hands on the rider to see how much horse they have underneath of them, how much encouragement is needed for the horse to get to the wire as quickly as possible. Sometimes it's also an indication of what the trainers want to do. They might tell the rider to keep the hands low and don't move on the horse. We don't want to go too fast. Other times you might have a young 2-year-old, 3-year-old where you have to really encourage them to finish up around the turn. It's a really good indication if the rider doesn't move the hands very much at all and the horse still records a fast workout time. When the horse is coming down the lane and finishing the last part of the workout, we're looking at the way the horse is striding out or reaching out down the lane. So we're looking at stride length. The horse is using its body really well. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see short, choppy strides coming to the wire, especially on the gallop out. You want to see that the horse is extending the stride through the wire and then also finishing that around the turn. The ability to lengthen the stride in a short amount of time is really what separates the contenders from the pretenders. So when they come down the lane and they're able to lengthen that stride very quickly, and you see it when they're in company, they'll kind of draw away from their workmate. That's a really good indication that they're coming up to the race in the right way. Almost every rider that will be on a horse during a timed workout has a wristwatch, and they will be checking the watch on the trainer's instructions. Every 8th pole, so every furlong pole, you'll see the riders checking their watches, making sure that they're going in the right time. Sometimes what trainers want to do, they don't want the horses going too fast before big races, so one way to control that is for the riders to constantly check their watches during the workout and make sure that doesn't happen. The ears basically just tell us how the horse is feeling. Obviously, horses can't talk, so they can tell us a lot through their body language, and particularly the ears. The ears are kind of like antennas out there. They're taking everything in. When the ears are pricked, they're very alert and focused on what's going on. When they're flopping back and forth, very relaxed, and particularly on the gallop out, when you have one ear kind of flicking back and forth and the other one pricked, that's a really good sign, telling the rider that they've got a lot of horse, and the horse is basically telling the rider, if you need me to do some more, I can. The gallop out gives us a really good idea of fitness and how much the horse has in the tank after the wire. So an additional quarter mile is usually what we look for. And then onto the backside, how much is the horse still pulling the rider? Is he still going very easily, telling us that he can go around again? Those are kind of indications that we look at to see how the horse is coming up to the race, particularly for the Kentucky Derby, which is run at 1.25 miles. We want to make sure that fitness is not going to be a problem.